And thank you. All right, and the floor is given to Borodavkin Alexander with the presentation, the frontal projection area as a factor impacting cyclist sport results.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alexander Borodavkin, and I am PhD student in the Department of Cycle Sport, Triathlon and Golf at the Russian University Sport GTSOLIFK. Today I am excited to present to you my research in the frontal projection area as a factor impacting cyclist sports results. Introduction. The frontal projection area and its optimization directly influence aerodynamic resistance. It is simultaneously one of the most limiting and potentially impactful factors crucial for achieving high results. In the cycling, every second counts. Improving aerodynamics efficiency becomes a priority and can make the difference between victory and defeat. Even minor change in cyclist posture can have a significant effect on the level of aerodynamics resistance. This confirms the need for further research in this area and provides new perspectives for enhancing athletes' performance. Research object, posture technique. Research subject, the influence of frontal projection area on the cyclist sports results. Research aim. The aim of the research is to develop a technique for cyclists. Posture aimed at optimizing the frontal projection area, enhancing cyclist sport results. Scientific novelty of the research lies in substantiating the fact that an individualized approach to adjusting the angle of brake levers, height of installation, and width of the handlebars influence the optimization of frontal projection area and improvement of sporting results. The data registration was performed using the hardware-software complex virtual aerotunnel, which consisted of a webcam, a tripod for its installation in the front of the cyclist, a chroma key, and the system of tripods for its installation. Data collection involved video recording in the frontal plane and assessing the frontal resistance area of the cyclist bicycle system, subtracting the chroma key background. The obtained results were processed using specialized software with the construction of a mathematical model. The assessment of sporting proficiency was carried on through pedagogical testing at the Krylats cycling track in the control race over distance of 2 kilometers. Organization. The research involved 40 participants who were divided in the control CG and the experimental EG group, each consisting of 20 individuals homogeneous in their structure. Pedagogical testing was conducted during 2 kilometers control race to assess the level of sporting results. Later, no correction were made to the parameters under consideration in the control group, and training continuing without intervention. In the experimental group, a technology for optimizing the frontal projection area was used based on the analysis data from the virtual aerotunnel system. Correction were made to the studied parameters based off this analysis. After the correction and a repeat pedagogical testing was conducted to assess the dynamics in the level of sporting results. Using methods of mathematical statistics and comparative analysis of data was conducted between the indicators of the control and the experimental group. Additionally, in assessment of the changes in the frontal projection area in the cycle bicycle system and dynamics of sporting proficiency level in the influence of position on bike parameters correction was performed. Based on the results of the research, statistically significant changes in the frontal projection area recorded in the experimental group. Meanwhile, in the control group, statistically significant changes in the values of the parameters under consideration were not found. As a result, pedagogical experiment, a statistically significant decrease in the frontal projection area was observed in the experimental group, amounting to 27,000 square meters. No significant changes were found in the control group. Figure 8 is a difference at the 32,000 square meters between the control and experiment group after the experiment are statistically significant. It can be concluded that the change in the angle of brake levers, width and height of handlebars significantly lead to reduction in the frontal resistance area. In the final results of the research, statistically significant change in the time to cover distance were recorded in the experimental group of the table. As a result of the pedagogical experiment, a statistically significant decrease in the time to cover the distance in the control race was observed in the experimental group after the experiment, amounting in 9 and 4 seconds. No significant changes were not found in the control group. See figure 9. The difference of 14 and 6 seconds between the control and experimental group after the experiment are statistically significant. Therefore, it can be concluded that change in angle brakes lever, width and height of handlebars significantly leads to reduction in the time to cover the distance and is correlated with the level of sporting results. In the final analysis on the conducted research, a middle correlation was found between the time to complete the 2 kilometers control race and the frontal projection area. Conclusion. The significant decrease in the time cover the distance indicates an improvement in the level sporting results and therefore the effectiveness of the proposed technique for cyclists faster. The reduction in the frontal resistance area improved the sporting results of the participants and the individualized approach to adjusting the angle width and the height of handlebars proved to be effective, yields positive results. Thank you for your attention.
Any questions? Okay, question.
As far as I understand, your subjects were about 40 years old.
Yes.
Who are they? Are they professional athletes?
No, it is amateur cyclist sportsman. Amateur. Yeah.
This method that you have used with virtual air tunnel widespread against among specialists in cycling, or it's new and unique?
Integration, this complex hardware and software complex to find optimal brake levers and handlebar height and width. It is a unique. It's not so often used in Russian sports cycling scientific and not so often used in the but I know my colleagues from world who used this complex for this subject too. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Cycling is a very technical sport, and of course, a lot of depend on the some mechanical parts of the cycle or bicycle. Have you read any exploration or any results that have been proven about a correlation between adjustment of this part to the speed or any other skills?
Yes, absolutely. Because if you have a good flexibility, you can use a more aerodynamics position on bike. It's more better results and other aspects for your training and sporting.
Can we appeal your results for amateur cyclists to a professional cyclist?
For all cyclists, why I used in my research amateur cyclists, because I have a big homogeneous a lot of people, yeah, because not so many professional people, yeah. But I used this system for example, for people who take part in the Olympic Games in Tokyo, for example.
Any other questions? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The floor is given to Kuzminych Darya with the presentation Acrobatics as an Integral Part of Competitive Routine of Elite Athletes in Aerobic Gymnastics.
Dear jury and participants of the conference, let me present my report. Speaking about the development of a competitive routine in aerobic gymnastics,